Sometimes when we lose somebody in this world, we don't even have to know them to feel their loss. Remember when Princess Diana passed away and people wept in the streets? And that's just an example. Maybe you don't think of someone sometimes for a long time and suddenly you hear, oh my God, they're gone. They've left this place. What are we going to do without them? And then you go, maybe I should call up some of my old friends and tell them that I love them. Maybe I should look at the person next to me and tell them that I love them. Maybe I should rejoice that I got out of bed this morning. That's what begins happening over time. You know, that's not a bad thing to understand that, how precious it really is. So I wrote this song for a friend that passed away. Sometimes at the end of the show people say, you know, I cried during that song, or that song made me, you know, I just lost somebody. Someone in England said to me, I felt like I was having grief therapy. At the end of the night he said that. But he said thank you. He said he just lost his dad and he needed that. In Belgium, everywhere I go, someone is going through something. Probably a lot more than one person, but someone will say, you know, I'm going through this, and you sang about it in your set, and I appreciated that. I wrote this for a man that died of cancer, and when he left me, it was so bizarre because I had an intuition that something was final. I thought, this is worse than forever. He left with these words. He said, don't take this personally because I love you very much, but I'm leaving. And my heart sank because I thought, this is worse than forever. Something beyond what he's even describing to me. Something bigger is going on. Well, he went away, and around 2 in the morning one night, because he said he was coming back in 3 weeks. But I thought to myself, no, he's not. No, he's not coming back in 3 weeks. I thought, this isn't good. So I sat up one night in the middle of the night. I was weeping, I was crying. I thought, and you know this feeling, there'll never be another person like that. There'll never be another good day. What will I do without that person? And this little voice said, go get your guitar. So I got my guitar, and I started writing. And by the time maybe an hour was past, I had a song. Gay will understand. She's a songwriter. There's songwriters here. There's people that write books, poems. You know what I'm talking about. This song came together, and I sat and I sang it at the edge of the bed, and my feeling of total despair changed to total joy. And I sat there rocking and singing, and I thought, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Of course, the next day I went back into total despair. But you know what? When that happens, you can take a record out and put it on. You can take a CD out. I thought, that's what music is for. Don't you look back in your life and say, man, that Aretha Franklin song really saved my life. That Marvin Gaye song, it really saved my life. That Joni Mitchell song, that Bruce Hornsby, that Jackson Browne song, it really saved my life. That Robert Johnson song really saved my life. So, to make a long story short, I saw him in a year. He had a lump on his arm. It was nothing, he said. I saw him 2 years later. The moment I saw him, I thought, I knew, without knowing how I could know, I saw that he was very ill. Shortly after, he was in a hospital. And I went to see him, and I was afraid, because I thought, I'll say the wrong thing accidentally. What do you say to someone who's near death? I need to say something profound. I need to wear the right clothing. What if I depress him accidentally? I thought, how can I go? I'll be wrong. And then I finally thought, be wrong and go. It's that important. Don't worry about what to bring, what to say, what to wear. Just go. That's worth ever so much more than those trivial things. So I went to be with him for one day. I stayed for 2 weeks because he said, please don't leave. He said, please forgive me. Nothing was gained. The grass wasn't any greener. We could have worked it out. My new girlfriend gets much angrier at me than you ever did. You know, I couldn't glory in it then, if you see what I mean, but I thought, everything comes around eventually. He forgave me, I forgave him. He kept saying that his disease was the unresolved issues in our relationship. That was awesome. I felt like he was so enlightened. He said, He said that the lump that he had that was taking his life, he said, that's the unresolved issues. I thought, wow, what an amazing time. What an amazing man. Long and short was, after we spent 2 weeks together, they had me sleeping in a chair in this room because he said, please don't go. He said, I'm afraid. He said, will you not go? Will you stay with me? He said, you're the only one here for me. I couldn't go. I would stay day and night till he had his surgery. I took him to his parents, and about 2 months after that, he passed away, and I just thought, thank God that we had that time together to just really heal, to forgive. And I wrote a little song for him. I do it every show. It's called Like a Shotgun. Hey, yeah, hey, yeah.
Way
so much.